Right, that seems to be most people joined. So I'd like to welcome you all to our webinar today. So today we're going to be looking at the Yealink Business Headset range. For our agenda, we'll be giving you a very short introduction about Yealink and ProView. So those of you that have been on my previous webinars, do bear with me. But just for those of you that are new, just be nice to give you a short overview. We'll be taking a look at why to consider Yealink headsets as a headset provider in general. And then we'll break it down in a bit more detail. So we'll take a look at the Yealink decked wireless headsets, the UC Workstation. They've also got a range of wired headsets as well. And plus we've got details on our latest promotions with plenty of time for questions at the end. My name is Anna Maria and I'm the Head of Sales here at ProView Communications, and I'll be conducting the webinar today. I am also joined by Jenny from Yealink in China. And Alan, are you there, Jenny?
Yeah, hello. Hi.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi, everyone.
How are you?
Yeah, hello. I'm fine. Hi, everyone. This is Jenny from Yealink. I'm in charge of the Yealink phone and the handset business for UK and Ireland market. It's my big honor to be here to know you and attend today's webinar. I feel so grateful for your continuous support for Yealink, how we can boost our business together for the Yealink headset as well. And today, our Yealink team also includes my colleague Elam. He is in charge of the technical support for handsets. Adam, could you come and say hi to everyone?
Yeah, thanks, Jenny. Yeah, this is Alan. Hi, everyone. This is Alan. I'm responsible for the technique and the solution side. Is a sales engineer and responsible for UC products in UK and Ireland. Yeah, appreciate to have this chance to join this webinar. Thanks.
Thank you very much. So Alan's going to be here to help answer any technical questions. So feel free to go crazy and get as technical as you like. And Jenny will be helping with some of the sales side on Yealink. Before we start, I'd like to just draw your attention to the speech bubble on the right-hand side in the tab. So if you'd like to ask any questions as we go along, please do feel free to type it in and stop me. And put your message in the box. We'll stop and answer any questions. And then, as I mentioned before, we will also have time to do any questions at the end as well. Right, Jenny, would you like to take over for this slide, please?
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, are you ready, Jenny?
Yes. Hi. Yeah, my pleasure. Yeah, I'd like to do a short introduction of Yealink, and we'll give you the very reason why you have to choose Yealink and the ProView. Yealink has started the business from 2001, and in 2018, our market share for SIP phone has reached the top 1 globally. And in the UK market, we are also the top 1 for the SIP phone business, and our market share is as high as 40%. And our share is still in growing. The Yealink compound Yealink growth rate is as high as 38.4%. Till now, more than 15 million Yealink IP endpoints has been sold globally. I'm also very proud to say that 1 in every 500 people on Earth owns or is using Yealink products. And ProView is a very perfect partner of Yealink in UK and Ireland market. We started the cooperation in 2009, and ProView just secures the excellent provisioning services and a very good remote management. Yep.
Thank you, Jenny. So as we can see here, and most of you might know already, Yealink has branched out into 3 areas. So there's the audio devices, which consists of desk phones, SIP conferencing units and deck devices. They then have the personal collaboration units, so the headsets that we're looking at today, small cameras and speakerphones. Plus they also offer video conferencing solutions for SIP, native Teams and native Zooms. Now, the headset is one of the 3 strategy product lines for Yealink, and that is what we're going to be looking at today. So why should we be looking at Yealink for headsets at all? As we all know, they've predominantly been mainly a desk phone manufacturer. So why should we be considering them for our headset procurement?
Yes. So let me explain why. So why Yealink headset? I will prove this by following points. Firstly, it's about the investment. Yealink till now has more than 1,600 staff at present, and over half of them are dealing with R&D work. The headset is the strategic product line for Yealink, and more than 13% of the total R&D investment is put on the headset product line. And secondly, Yealink has more than 7 years experience on wellness technology, and Yealink DECT products has been released over 9 years. And thirdly, we have more than 20 years experience on audio communication technology. What's more than 14 months handset market research and analysis technology development has been done from the supply chain to the manufacturers. Besides that, more than 200 customers has been researched in 15 countries to study and understand all the handset requirements, including the user experience and the feature requirements. The last but not least, over 1,000 hairstyles globally in data has been done to find out the best welding experience to make sure the comfortable welding style, the design, and the materials. In a world, the Yealink headset, the future.
Thank you very much, Jenny. So essentially what Yealink have tried to do overall is to put together a comprehensive portfolio to allow you to integrate various solutions all within the same brand. So as you can see here, we've got the desk phones, we've got the cordless DECT handsets, the headsets and the video conferencing solution. So everything in your office could potentially be from Yealink. Here is the full headset portfolio at a glance and what we're going to be going through today. So there's various options on the wide range plus the newest DECT kit. And I'm going to be starting with the WH6 DECT wireless headset series. So within this series, we have 2 main options. First is the standard DECT headset, which is for use with desk phones or soft phones. And then within that, you've got a choice of headbands, as you can see in the pictures. Alternatively, you've got the option of going for a full-on workstation, which alongside the DECT headset, you've also then got a small screen to enhance your soft phone use. Plus, you can also connect to a mobile phone, giving you an all-in-one workstation. And then like the ones above, you've got the choice of wearing style, whether it be a headband, mono or duo, or simply just the earpiece. So recommended user scenarios between the 2. So for that first option, these will be most suited for offices or call centres, as they can connect to both desk phones or soft phones. So it's giving you the flexibility to install with one or the other, or also both simultaneously. What then also makes them ideal for these environments is the high level of sound quality. So you've got 2 microphones on the headsets, offering the best level of noise cancellation. You've also got on the headset a busy light, which shows in green or red when somebody's on a call. And then the range within the DECT is, as always, pretty high. So for the headsets, indoors is up to 160 meters, which will vary, depending on your building. But then you've also got a 14-hour talk time. So you could run a full working day without the need to stop and charge in between. The second workstation option would be most suited for home working or hot desking environments, giving you a simplified workspace, offering flexible conversation platforms, and then giving you the ability to switch quickly in between calls. So what we've got here is an all-in-one professional communication device to minimize the number of pieces of equipment and wires, and you can easily manage calls on that 4-inch touchscreen console. Plus, then you've also got a speakerphone, so you can take calls hands-free or have somebody else join nearby if you need to. Lastly, you've also got the option of adding a mobile phone charger. So it's a stand that also acts as a wireless charger for those phones that support it. So again, it's really giving you a true all-in-one workstation for taking calls for your mobile phone, soft phone, which you can access via the screen or just on your desktop, or desk phone as well, and all of which can be used separately or simultaneously. The headpiece itself offers an ergonomic design to give you all-day wearing comfort. So you've got the choice between mono or duo, and that's on a fixed headpiece for these solutions. So it's nice and robust, or you can go for a convertible headpiece, which allows you to switch between an in-ear solution, so just a little hook around your ear, or a single earpiece headband. The headpiece offers great noise cancelling technology. So you've got a microphone on the outside of the boom, which is what you'd expect to see in any noise cancelling headphone. But then you've also got another microphone on the actual earpiece. So that little dot that you can see there above the red ring, that's the other microphone. So it's allowing it to take in all sounds coming from the front and the side, and then cancel out what is needed so that only the person talking is going to come through. You've got great range on these, as I mentioned before. So, I mean, personally, I would always recommend DECT over Bluetooth in an office environment anyway, because of the range. And then the high talk time means you can go through a whole day without needing to charge. So for those call center environments where you've got people literally on calls all throughout the day, except for maybe their lunch break, this would be really suitable. Plus, you can also cram in loads of users in one space without running interference. So I don't know if anyone here has tried to deploy a load of Bluetooth headsets. You can maybe get away with 10 or so, but any more than that, it can start to run into interference. So the DECT one works really well because you can have up to 200 users. The seamless compatibility between the soft phone and desk phone means you can easily switch between the two. So for example, I've got one connected to my desk phone to take most calls by the main line, but then I can easily join a video call on my computer without having to change any settings or mess around. The ones that we are selling here are the Teams edition. So you do have on there the designated Teams button to activate Teams on your computer, which is what you can see in that picture there. And then here is a close-up of the busy light. So that red ring that we've got around there, that's going to shine red or green, depending on whether you are on a call or not. So this is actually a market-leading feature. If you look at most headsets out there at the moment, they may have a light to indicate. Usually I find it tends to be a very small blue light that will indicate if you're on a call or not, but it's not very clear, and I think generally goes unnoticed. This one is clearer and should be clear to anyone around you, but if you are looking for something still a bit more obvious, especially if it's a big office, then you can actually buy this busy light stick, so you don't need, to see the person's head if they're on a call or not. So that can sit on the top of your computer. And then again, the same with the headpiece. This will shine in red or green if they are on a call or not. WH36 and 67 are the UC workstation options. So we've just taken a closer look at the DECT/soft phone, and now we're going to look at the workstation. So this is the one that offers all devices in one connection. So combining the full duplex speakerphone, the USB hub, the wireless mobile phone charging stand, and the touchscreen control pad. The built-in Bluetooth and USB connection allows you to connect to all three types of devices simultaneously. Plus, with all the controls, you can switch between any call type easily without having to change any connections or switch any wires. As we can see here in the picture, the workstation is allowing you to keep a clean and tidy desk. So you don't need to have your mobile phone plugged into one wire and sat on one side. and then your headset, whether it's going to be a wired headset with wires or a decked headset. But again, that's just another base station on your desk. And your desk phone, sat separately. So this one allows you to have everything all in one, just on one side, to keep you with a nice, clean and tidy desk so you can work easier. This is a close-up of the touch screen. So this is what's going to allow you to control your calls from there as well. Obviously, you can control your calls from your desktop as you normally would, but you do have the option of this screen as well. Now, there is a designated Teams button, and you can use Teams on it, but it is not Teams native. So if you were to plug into your computer and be using a different soft phone to Teams, then it can still work from the panel, but it will just be using a generic soft phone format. I've got a comparison chart here on these models that we've just gone through. Now, I'm not going to go through each part line by line because we've pretty much covered it, but I do just want to point out those additional accessories just in case it wasn't very clear. So in addition to both headsets, whether it's just the decked one or the workstation, you can also buy that busy light, so that can be used on any of these. And then for the workstation headset, so that's the one with the screen, you can also add the wireless mobile phone charger, which also acts as a stand. So these come separately as a part, but you can buy them to work. So that was the wireless headsets. We'll go through the wired USB headsets. So here we've got a few options here that we're going to go through. So predominantly used for call centres, offices and remote working. Obviously, being USB, they can be pretty much plugged into most devices, but they're of decent quality that you can use them in busy environments as well. So this is the UH36 here. So this is a good sort of mid to high end quality headset. So it comes with a USB port and 3.5mm connection. It's also got a control panel, which is Teams integrated. So it's got a button on there. So if you're plugged into a computer and you press it, it should, in theory, open up your Teams app on your computer if it's not already. The UH34 is very similar. So it's got the same connections, but it's just slightly lower in price, and therefore it's got different design earpieces and headband. Again, like the decked headsets, we've got excellent audio performance on these. So we've got the noise cancelling microphones. So this one's just in the boom. We don't have the additional one in the headpiece, but it's still decent noise cancelling, which allow them to be used in busy office environments, hopefully without any background noise getting in the way. And then here is a close-up comparison on the two. So they pretty much share all the same features. It is just a case of getting a slightly lower cost option depending on the site, if you need to save any money. Plus, then you've also got the option of single or dual earpiece. So all of these have got the control panel, allowing you to adjust the volume and answer or end calls from it. Plus, you've also then got the option of the 3.5mm jack instead of USB, which is commonly found in your mobile phones or laptops as well. Lastly, we've got the YHS36. Oh, have I skipped a slide? No, bear with me one moment. There we go. So this is the comparison of the two that we just looked at. So yeah, pretty much all sharing the same features as we've just gone through, and it is both with the 3.5mm. All the copies of these are on Yealink's website, so if you do get any questions from customers, you can use that to refer to. And then, in addition to that, we've got the YHS36 and the YHS34, which are the standard desk phone options. So these are the models, rather than USB, they're designed to be used with all of the Yealink desk phones. So they've got just an RJ9 connection. which will plug directly into any of their devices or any of their desk phones, sorry, not the cordless handsets. So most of you will be familiar already with the YHS33. So that's been the standard wired headset, RJ9 headset that's been going around for quite some time. So the YHS36 that we had a look at is just the newer version. And again, these will have noise cancelling technology. And this one here is the YHS34. So this one isn't available just yet, but it's coming soon. This is going to be a super low cost option, still with good quality materials, and you do have the leatherette ear cushion, but there is also going to be option of what they call a light version. So instead of a leatherette ear cushion, it comes with a foam earpiece. So I see that being more used if you've got a really large deployment and you just need to whack in a load of headsets at a cheap price, or maybe your customer's just not fussed and they need something and budget's tight, you know, shave off a few quid, and if they're happy with that, then that can work for you. Finally, we've got offers on all of these headsets that we've seen today. So the first offer is our Super 2 incentive. So if you purchase 5 or more of any of the Yealink headsets, whether that be the wired ones we've seen, whether it's the cheap ones or the all-in-one workstation or decked, 5 or more of those alongside any Yealink device, so that could be a Yealink desk phone, a speakerphone or a camera, then you can get a 2% rebate, 2% discount on your entire order. Now, this will be running until the end of September. So the way we are planning to run it is that we'll kind of collate all of your orders and then give you a rebate at the end. However, if you are needing to get that discount applied up front, we can do that as well. Just speak to a member of our sales team and they'll be able to apply it to your order at the time. If you want to try any of these headsets as well, we've got them available all at NFR prices, and this is all supported by Yealink, so it's a very heavy discount compared to your standard trade and RRP. So if you haven't tried any yet and you want to get your hands on some for testing, then just give us a shout. We do actually send emails with all of these as well, so if you haven't seen any of our emails about the NFR pricing or the Super 2 promotion, just give us a message in that box and I'll be happy to add you, or you can just contact us at any time and we'll get you added to that. Yealink are also running a global virtual roadshow. So this is on the 6th of September 2001. So there is plenty of information on it on their website. So it's usually one that they'd be doing face-to-face. Obviously, the last one that we did was the Land Rover event. So this is just going to be a virtual one, but I'd highly recommend attending because you'll see all sorts on there and you'll get to meet more members of Yealink as well. Right, so that's pretty much it for today. Kept it short and sweet, just a few headsets to go through. Have we got any questions? Didn't get any as we were going through. Oh, here we go. Just got one now. Are the headsets compatible with 3CX? That's actually a good question. I know I've seen some customers testing it, but I'm not sure if they are actually supported. Alan, do you know if these new headsets are supported with 3CX?
Yeah. Actually, about this part, actually, you can directly to access the Yealink support website. There are the whole compatibility list with all the software or the laptop with all the different models. Actually, in my memory, it can support that, but yeah, we need double check on the website because for Yealink parts, the headset can support a lot of different plantable laptop and all kinds of models.
Yeah, no, I think that sounds about right to me. I mean, I've seen customers using it with 3CX, but I guess the question is if it's if it will be officially supported by 3CX in the same way the handsets are. So I don't know if you know if Yealink have plans to do that.
For that, I did double check with our product team. And could you help me to leave the email to me, and I can send the message to him or her after this webinar?
Sure, that's fine. We'll get those details if you pop them through. Thank you, Alan.
Brilliant, brilliant. Thanks.
So another question, when do we expect to launch the YHS34? So I don't have an exact date for that yet, hoping sometime this year. We have been planning to get our hands on them for a little while. We should have pricing available soon, but I'd say possibly Q4 this year on those. But we will be sending an email out once they're, in stock and available to buy. So again, if you're not on our mailing list and you want to be notified when those new products are coming in, just pop a message with your email address in the box, and we'll get that to you. Another question coming in about the adapters required. Sorry, are you referring to power supplies? I think just checking with the customer. If you are referring to power supplies, then the DeX ones will come with the power supplies needed, and the wired ones will come with, be it the USB 3.5mm or RJ9. So let's have a look. Oh, okay. So the adapter required for the T31 handsets. So the wired ones, RJ9 ones will be compatible automatically, and then as they come, and then for the T31 handsets, there is a new EHS adapter for that. Alan, can you remember the model name for the EHS adapter? Is it EHS 50?
T31 with which headsets?
With the DeX headsets.
In my memory, and present it cannot support that. Oh, sorry. Yeah, because and present it cannot support because we need an adapter, and about and the end of this year, and we will launch an adapter, and we will use that adapter to work with the T3 series phone with our DeX headsets.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so the adapter for the T3 series is in production and will be available later this year. So currently, those DeX headsets you won't be able to use with your T3 handsets, but they will soon be compatible once the EHS adapter has come out. We'll just see if any more questions come through. So happy to hang around for another few minutes. If anyone does think of any questions later, then you always feel free to get in touch with ProView. So we've got our email address there for our sales team and our telephone number. I just had another question. Are these compatible with Teams handsets? Alan, do you know if the DeX headsets are compatible with the Yealink Teams handsets?
Yeah, you mean the difference between the UC version about the Teams version with the WH series, right? And
so
yeah.
They're asking if it will work, if the DeX headsets will work with the MP54, MP52, the Teams desk phones, MP56.
Yeah, right. Totally, it can support it. The WH can work with the MP series with our Teams phone. And for the Teams versions headsets, actually, it has more dedicated design with the Microsoft Teams, like maybe in the future they can support like the AI function, maybe the Cortana or something. You can just click the Teams button. You can directly to enjoy the AI function on the headset.
Great, thank you, Alan.
And and especially for Yealink parts and Prison, we have a lot of different headsets for customer to choose. The USB headsets, our RJQD headsets, and our new WH series, the deck awareness headset. And also, at the end of this year or early of next year, we will also launch our BH, the Bluetooth headset for customer to choose.
That's great. That's something to look forward to. Thank you. Right, I'll hang on another minute or so. Again, if you want any of the NFR pricing, if you didn't get our emails, just drop us a line to that email that you've got there on the screen. Or if you want to be added to our mailing list, we can pop you on there as well. Or if you think of any questions at any time, be it on this webinar or anything else, then you know where to find us. Will we get a copy of the slides? We can send one to you directly. That's absolutely fine. I don't think we send it by default with our follow-up email, but yes, we can definitely get you directly a copy of the slides. I've got your email there as well, so if anyone else needs a copy of the slides, feel free to pop your email in.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Right, so we don't seem to be having any more questions coming in. So I'd just like to say thank you everybody for attending today. Really appreciate it and hope that's been beneficial. Also, super big thanks to Jenny and Alan. Thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate it's getting a bit late there. But thank you for joining me.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right then. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye. Have a nice day.
Nice day. Bye.
Bye-bye.